So how often do you get distracted in traffic as you ride along? Is it and what is it that you get distracted by? Is it other vehicles, people walking on the street, or maybe your own thoughts that act as the biggest distraction? Well, we want to practice ways where we constantly monitor this shifting attention span, right? Because when we're distracted, we're vulnerable. And what could be a split-second distraction might turn into a 2-second distraction. Can you imagine what that would mean at the wrong place at the wrong time? So we aim to instantly recognize any drift in awareness. So we keep that split-second distraction to a split second, and we bring our focus back on our riding. So anyway, let's have a look on how we do this on the street as we ride our motorcycle. Alright, so we're riding eastbound on Gardner, going downtown. And this is a good example of a situation in traffic where a rider's attention could easily drift away, right? Because there's not that many demands on the rider right now. Traffic is kind of smooth and settled. There's no merging traffic or exiting traffic. And so personally, in these types of conditions, what happens to me when I get distracted is my vision tends to kind of settle on the car in front, and my brain just wanders off in a million different directions. So I'm going downtown right now, I'm gonna work, I have to remember to send off that email, meeting, all kinds of planning, and also social chatter, you name it, all kinds of silliness. And so when I catch myself that especially my vision is stale like that, and my brain is wandered off, I ask myself one question: am I aware? And so the answer to that question is always yes. And in the process of answering yes, I start scanning traffic. First the far distance, and this camera can't pick up that far, mid, near, and mirrors, and now I get a better idea of how traffic is positioned around me. And then the second effort is to think much further ahead to where you're going to be in a minute's, 2 minutes time. In this instance, are we going to take Lakeshore? What's happening with this merging traffic? That sort of thing. And so even though you can't be 100% focused 100% of the time as you're riding, right, because there's so much on your mind, your brain just keeps chattering with thoughts and such, by far the most important thing is to keep scanning, keep your eyes moving, keep your head moving, and keep taking in different parts of information from traffic. Well, especially the relevant information that's relevant to your safety, right? And so that's one way of minimizing that internal level of distraction as you ride. Mirror. Caught in neutral. Don't let that happen to you. And you know what? In these type of instances, what could really be distracting to a motorcyclist are pedestrians walking along. You're like, hey, what's happening there? Who is that person? That person might look attractive, or that person is attractive. You know, it happens to everyone. When you notice this happening to you, drifting away with these glances, checking out pedestrians, bring it back. Don't let it be more than half a second is a lot. Don't let it be more than that, because traffic changes very quickly. It's dynamic here in the city. Like, I know that this slow-moving traffic can invite someone to just kind of drift their attention away, because it's, you know, it can be boring. Make sure that it's not more than half a second at most.